Ricky, first of all, congratulations on a great season.
Thank
UNLV, just a really fun team to watch in 2024.
for
You were
sure.
a huge reason for that as well. But what was it like to be part of that team?
Man, it was a blessing, man. From just the coaching staff to the players, I feel like we all brought in, just brought into the standard, and the expectation there. We was just like a family, when you walk into the building, you was excited, to be around the guys, the coaching staff. Man, like I said, it was a blessing, man. I'm thankful to be a part of that team. For these past, 3 years I was there. And I can't thank the community and the school enough.
Well, I don't follow a college team. I'm not a fan of any college team, Ricky. But when you enjoy watching a team, you kind of end up rooting for them a little bit. And I was rooting for UNLV in a lot of those games that were
Mhm.
being broadcast. We don't see many UNLV games over the years over here in
Yeah.
the UK, but we had a few this year because the team was fun to watch. I've seen you described as one of the hardest workers that you will come across by people who've been around you. How true is that? And in what ways have you maybe gone that extra mile to hone your craft?
I would definitely say it's very true. All my life I've kind of been, I would say, looked over. Just coming from the city I was born in Dayton, Ohio. It's not too many people that make it out of that city, so I had to go that extra mile to work a little harder. And get to where I'm at right now. So I definitely did. A lot more than the expectations of me, which is watching more film, going in at night, catching more balls, staying at the practice, with my quarterback, and touching up on the routes and the depth on certain things that we feel like that we need that connection come game time. So like I said, all my life, man, I worked my butt off, man. And I want to give a huge shout out to my dad, because he was a big part of that. But that just been my mentality my whole life growing up.
How different's the weather between Ohio, Michigan, and Nevada?
It's crazy, man, because you go from extremely cold to extremely hot. So I love both.
Yeah, and you might get either in the NFL, of course. It could go
Yeah,
either way.
yeah, right.
Look, every time I watched UNLV, and I saw a decent chunk of the games last season or this season, it was almost guaranteed that you were going to make a big play, get
For
a
sure.
touchdown, make a big play.
Every time.
And you can make a lot of different plays as well. You see you winning downfield, those sort of big vertical plays. You can win over the middle, red zone. Have you worked to become a rounded player who can do a bit of everything? Is that something that you wanted to be?
Most definitely, man. Over the past few years, I've been watching a lot of film on, Justin Jefferson, Devontae Adams, Jamar Chase. I kind of, mirror my game off those guys because they're the best receivers at the next level, the level I'm going to. So, I feel like to play at that next level, I have to be able to have those type of attributes in my game. Where I can create separation, come across the middle, and make a play after the catch. So, a lot of those things are added to my game, and I've worked to continue to add those things in my game.
And you can see that there's a lot of thought that goes into your game. Your ball tracking skills, very good. You seem to find ways to exploit coverage. You understand what a defense is doing. How much
Right.
of your position is mental and how much of it is physical, would you say?
Man, it's great that you asked that because I would definitely say it's an 80. It's actually like a 90% mental game. Football period is a 90% mental game. It's a game of inches. So just I feel like having that smart IQ at the game. Going over film, and just watching a lot of different coverages that are being played against you gives you an advantage to just play fast. So I definitely feel like I have a great football IQ, which allows me to just be the best version of myself. Come game day.
And even though you've definitely got that, you can see it. You've got the physical skills as well, which it's a good match.
Right.
You see you making those big plays downfield. But how does that speed, that threat, can you sort of feel it in a game? that the defensive back is wary of getting beat behind him, so that he's maybe just sort of being a little bit more cautious to that. And how much does
Right.
that help you with those back shoulder plays? You know, you've got a great ability to turn on the jet, stop, go
Most
back to
definitely.
the quarterback, and the amount of separation you create on those routes is very impressive. So how much does that sort of vertical speed help you?
It helps tremendously, man, because just when I make a move at the line, I know that I want to stack the DB immediately and get downfield, and at that time, the DB is panicking, if he's behind me because I'm able to, like you said, stretch the field. I have a great ability of catching the ball downfield, tracking the ball, and then if it's a back shoulder ball, I'm able to catch those also, stop on the dime and catch those with my hands. So it's a great attribute of mine.
There was one other thing I wanted to ask you about in terms of what you see on tape. It was a play against Syracuse. You're on a slant, you make the catch. You've got sort of a triangle of three defenders right in front of you after you make this
No,
catch.
it's
It's just this stick move. And I just, I mean, you watch it and I still to this day don't know how you managed to sort of break away from that triangle of three defenders, bounce it outside another 35 yards after the catch off
mhm,
the back of that. You know, how do you make plays like that? And how much of an advantage is that? Because, receivers can catch a pass, they can make a
right,
conversion on third down. It's an
right,
important
correct.
play. They can get you 10, 15 yards. But to turn something like that, a slant, into an explosive play
hmm
yards after the catch, how much do you have to be able to do those things to make it in the league?
I would definitely say it's a big factor, to be able to just have yards after the catch, make a nice move after the catch, and get downfield. To this day, man, I'm still mad at myself that I didn't score after that catch, man. But it's very important to be able to catch the ball and just make a move on the defender and be able to get to the touchdown, man. I feel like that gets players paid even more. There's more views and more eyes on you as a receiver, man. And that's the type of thing that I like, man. I want everybody to see this this show that I'm about to put on every game. So yeah, man, it's really just come down to having connection with your quarterback, because like I said, man, I stayed at the practice. We repped those plenty of times, ball placement, and, how many steps I'm gonna get to where I break inside and I want to have that ball in my hand. So like I said, it's just connection, and once I catch the ball, just seeing where everybody at, and on the snap of a move, man, I just got to make a move and get downfield
I think you're one of the best receivers in this draft class, and I'm not
for
just saying
sure,
that because you're here. This is why I'm speaking to you because I
for
wanted to
sure.
speak to you for that reason. But there is another side to your game, which we have to talk about: the special teams. The
Yes, sir.
special teams impact that you have had, the Mountain West Special Teams Player of the Year, all those block punts, returns as well. You can do a bit of that. Special teams matters. So, first of all, congratulations for the success that you've had there and that award.
Thank
But what has enabled you to have this level of success? Because you had more blocked punts
you.
this season than some teams had collectively in a whole season.
Right. Um, in my opinion, I feel like it's really just a want to. It's a mindset, it's a mentality. I go out there wanting to make a play on every snap of the down. I'm not on defense, so you know, and I'm on offense, so I want to be on special teams. Like I went to my special teams corner and told him like I need to be on special teams. I want to make a play. I want to impact the game. I want to have some type of impactful play to put us in position to win. So you know, and he trusted me with that. And I take every culture point that he gave me, and I just ran with it. Made it just come to life. Really,
Well, it wasn't just the block punts, was it? I mean, there's the fake punt
it's a
against San
fake
Diego
punts, block
State.
punts.
Yeah.
We also had one of the best return specialists in college football, Jacob DeJesus, man, and he was a receiver. That's one of my guys. So I just wanted to get him, in the box and touchdown, as many times as possible. Like I said, I want to impact the game. So, I was also on kickoff return as a left guard. So, like I said, man, it's a want to mindset, just want to be on the field, and, at all times helping my team win at the end of the day.
I was listening to an interview with Jacob, and he was singing your praises as well. So you've definitely got each other's back there.
For sure.
You were a captain at UNLV. What kind of a leader are you, and will you look to develop into a leader at the next level as well?
Yeah, I definitely want to become a captain and leader. I know that would take time, and I would that comes with having production, being more vocal, lead by example. But at my time at UNLV, I definitely feel like I had all those tools in my in my personality of being vocal. Definitely led by example. Um, you know, I had a special relationship with all my coaches, with all the players also, and I feel like they looked it up to me as in a hard worker, and I feel like as in being a leader, you have to just be that alpha in the room. So, and I feel like I definitely built that relationship and that trust with all the players and the staff at UNLV to just be named as a captain for that 2023 season, 2024. So thankful for that for sure.
Got the Shrine Bowl coming up. What have preparations been like for that? And what are we going to see from you in that game? How do you intend to impress teams? And you're going to have a chance to do that because
Right,
there's some big name quarterbacks who are going to be
right,
there. There's going to be a lot of eyes on those guys, and therefore
right,
there's going to be a lot of eyes on the guys catching the passes from them.
right. I'm definitely looking forward right now. Like I mentioned, I'm in Florida right now, training at XP. Just been working on a lot of speed work, obviously position work, also with Top Shelf, TJ, Top Shelf, Step. Those are great guys, man. Tremendous trainers. But I'm definitely looking forward to going out to Dallas. Competing at the East West. Talk to Eric a lot. That's the director of the East West, man. He's a great guy, and I'm thankful for him allowing me to play in this game and just be able to get this experience. But man, I'm just so ready to go out there and compete. Man, just make a name for myself. Continue to just showcase my God-given talents, the work I put behind everything I've done. Yeah, man, it's gonna be it's gonna be a show for sure.
I always end with these three quick questions to finish. Give us the name of an underrated teammate on the UNLV team that we should be talking more about.
That's in the draft class, or that's
Do you know what? I'll leave it up to you because those guys are going to be coming out one day anyway.
man, Jackson Wood, man, that's a tremendous. Like that's my brother. He's also one of the captains. His number was number 7. He played middle linebacker. Man, he's an alpha, man. That's just another guy like me, just with another number, raised at a different home, man. But that's one of my brothers, man. We look up to each other in different ways, man. He works the hardest, like me. Um, Man, he just plays his butts off every snap, man. He's just a dog, man. And that's what I want to surround myself with guys like that, man. So
Yeah, I
shout out
love
to that guy,
I love that you picked a linebacker, man.
man.
Receivers praising linebackers, that's a good thing.
Right.
What will draft day be like for you? You've got the call, you're in the league. What do you think that day will be like?
It would definitely be a special day, man. First I'm definitely gonna thank God to get me in that position. Definitely gonna have family around, celebrating that special day for me because I've been playing football since I was 5 years old. So basically all my life, man. So it comes down to that special day. But after I get that call, man, it's lock in time. It's even more time to keep going harder because just it's easy to get that call, but not maintain the job and um, you know a, have a long career of playing. So I want to play for a long time. I want to have a household name, selling out jerseys, man, being the um, best player you probably could ever think of, man. That's my dream, really. Just being the best at my position, being the best football player overall. Yeah,
And what will the NFL team who drafts Ricky White III be getting if they select you?
man, they would be getting a hardworking, smart, trustworthy, um, dependable guy. I'm gonna show up. I'm gonna give 110% every day. I'm gonna take care of my body, making sure small injuries and nicks and bruises. They're uncontrollable, but I'm gonna make sure I'm definitely doing the things to help prevent certain things like that. But just a real teammate, a great teammate, somebody that's coachable, and able to be a leader.
Well, Ricky, it's been a pleasure to speak to you. It was a pleasure to watch you for UNLV as well. If you'd have said to me, like I say, a few years ago, that I'd care about the result of a
Right.
UNLV game, but I was rooting for you like crazy against Syracuse. And I
I
was still
appreciate
gutted
it,
now that
bro.
you didn't win that game. So,
Yeah, me too.
yeah, I'm sure. Well, listen, it's been a pleasure to speak to you. You were consistently one of the better players to watch on tape this year. So I wish you the very best of luck with the draft process, starting with the Shrine Bowl. And thanks for taking the time to talk to us today.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me, my guy. Appreciate you.